Jacqueline, we have Kylie, we have Morwenna, we have Nancy, and we have Megan.
Should I put it on just for her?
Oh God!
No. Like Nancy, I got you. It's good though.
Do you mind playing the walkout song, please? These guys would like to dance.
Can we just come back up? Can we just redo the one you want to dance? So you guys all dance.
Question for our mindset panel is, why is mindset important for success in your business?
So for me, mindset is important because a lot of us go from having a boss to being our own boss, and that is extremely hard, and it's a huge adjustment. And you have to take responsibility for your business, for your actions, for yourself. And mindset is absolutely key. We don't have a boss breathing down our neck. If we don't show up to work, we're not getting fired. So we have to have a strong mindset. We have to be able to show up on the days that we don't want to show up. And that's about it. I don't want to go over. We're really short for time.
For me, a strong positive mindset equals self-esteem. So we're in the business of sharing. And when everybody sees you being confident in yourself, you're going to attract those people. And if you're being really down and hard on yourself, you're gonna put that out, and people are gonna see that. So you're gonna deter people from coming to you.
Okay, I'm gonna read straight from my phone because I'm kind of inept with this. Okay, so mindset is so incredibly important. If you believe in yourself, then others will believe in you. If you have a solid mindset, then you will also have a better outlook on life, which will in turn make you much more productive, and that carries over into your business. If you have a young family, like I do, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. For instance, my 5-year-old is always asking to play LOL dolls, and wants my attention 24/7, and there's my 12-week-old that's constantly using me as a milk cow. So focusing on a good mindset is very important.
Hot testing it.
Okay, so the question said, like, why is mindset important for success in your business? But I think more than that, mindset is so important for your life. And I think you guys could all see that. And I think the biggest thing, and I this is just like rinse and repeat for me, is like you have to be able to figure out how to choose blessed. All of us have it, and Shirley talked about that yesterday at the leadership thing. Like, it's just life. All of us have it. If I said, like, who has a story that they heard this year from a Y sister that made them cry? Everyone would raise it, like I did. I know Y sisters who I've cried with and for this year, who has like laughed so hard that they wanted to cry with Y sister. I have. But who has been the Y sister crying where a Y sister had to come and make me feel better? I have. All of us have our stuff. It's mindset is what actually allows us to push through, and more than that, it's connection. We're made to connect. That's the whole purpose, I believe, that we're here, is to connect one another and to uplift and empower and validate one another. So if your mindset isn't in the right spot, it's not just about you. It's not just you that you're affecting, because you can reach out and find someone else who can actually affect your own mindset, and you can have your hands out. But what happens if you can get rid of your bad attitude and you're not out searching for it from someone else, and you could be that light to the next person who needs it? You have to switch your mindset instead of constantly wanting to take, and we all go through seasons of taking, to have I went through that before, and what can I give? You get your mindset flipped and you become a giver, and it will bless you when you can do that.
It's a lot of rambling.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that until I started with Unique, I actually never ever really thought about mindset. I don't know if you guys can relate. It was just the daily. You do your thing, you go along, you have bad stuff happen, you have good stuff happen, whatever, you just dealt with it. And it wasn't really something that you focused on. It wasn't until I just kind of sat back, I had my upline who just absolutely took it to a whole nother level. And as well as Brady, a few of the other Y sisters, they were the eye-openers for me. Now, not to compare, that's not what I'm trying to say at all, but they were the ones that completely just took it to a whole nother level. You have to be able to, like Nancy said, open up your mind completely and just realize that no matter what you do, there's always someone that has it worse. There's always someone that has struggles like you. There's always someone that looks up to you, whether you know it or not. Like you just have to do it and know that your struggle, I don't even know how to say it because I have to pee so bad.
She just got here.
She just got here
from work, and she asked if we could have this panel specifically later in the day so that she would still be able to attend because we asked her. Sorry. So thank you.
But you guys are amazing. Your mindset has to be a focus. You have to just get it. You just have to find it.
Okay, well, we're gonna start with you, Jacqueline, and then come back this way. So, second question is, what is your number one way to keep a positive mindset?
My family, actually. My boys. Okay. Didn't think I would cry.
Yeah.
No. So my boys are my biggest mindset changer. I look at them. My son Titan always says to me, I can't wait for the day that you are at the top of this company because you work so hard. And he's a part of my mindset change as well. He's my #1 fan. And I think my little guy Jackson will be just like that. You have to let them in, part of your business, part of your life. They are attached to you. They want to see you. They want to grow from you. They want to learn from you. And you need to just take that and really run with it because it's going to feed your fire.
I mean, I literally have the same thing written down that I think I just meshed the two, but just #1 way to keep a positive mindset for me is exactly what I just talked about, connection. It's knowing that I can reach out even on the really bad days to Y sisters and say, I'm struggling and this sucks and it's not all good. And we convince ourselves that we have to always be okay because we do that for our kids and we do that for our jobs and we do that for our teams. And we want to present that awesomeness on Facebook and on Instagram and like, look at this awesome lighting and look at how awesome this post is. But it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. We'll sit here and talking about mindset and we're gonna like tell you like pick the best and pick blessed over stressed and get your mindset in check and focus on the good. But like you can only really focus on the good if you're willing to air out the bad. You can't just pretend it's not there. You have to get rid of it. So being able to have sisters to pass that to and having people that support you on your bad days is going to help you be able to have your good days. You have to be able to dump that somewhere. Don't just pretend it's not there and stuff it. Get it out. And that leaves more room for the rest.
Okay, you guys are really good at this, I just have to say. My gosh. Okay, the way that I keep positive is smiling and laughing. If you know me, I'm smiling and I'm laughing a lot. So, life is too short to think about all the doom and gloom around yourself, because seriously, you guys, this world is full of doom and gloom. So get yourself out of that. And whenever I have a good laugh, I feel so much better. And even if it's just laughing at a bad situation, am I the only one that's like that? Okay. It's never a bad day. There's only a few moments in that day that were bad. So always look at the positive in life. Laugh and smile your way through it, because life is fantastic. All you have to do with it, oh my gosh, you guys, I knew this was gonna happen. Because life is fantastic, but all has to do with how you look at it.
So there are many things that people can do, such as just focusing on the good things, turning failures into lessons. There's many things that we've all heard, but one thing that I try to do, and practices to keep myself accountable. So this means choosing choosing a path and then sticking with it, and basically reminding myself by writing it down. I'm really big with lists, so I will write it down and put it on my bedside. I'll put it by my mirror, on my fridge, and then letting my loved ones know, so my family, my kids, writing it down, speaking it out is gonna help you retain it, and then it's just gonna, it'll become second nature. And so, yeah, just holding myself accountable for those thoughts.
For me, it's a morning routine. So I don't remember who said it earlier, but getting up an hour before your kids, half hour before your kids. If you don't have kids, if you work a job, getting up half an hour than you normally do, just taking the time every single day to fill your cup before your day begins, because a lot of us start to an alarm clock, we snooze it, we're rushed out the door, our kids wake us up, we're suddenly being needed by little humans. We don't take the time for ourselves, we don't take the time to fill our own cup, and I think the morning is insanely important to do that. To do personal development in the morning, to meditate, whatever that looks like for you, whatever filling your cup looks like for you, whether it's 5 minutes, just take the time every single day to fill your cup so that you're not pouring from an empty cup, because it's really easy to have a good day on a good day, right? And if you can set yourself up to have a good day and not let your day control you, that is the best way that I stay on top of my mindset. Is every single morning, I stay on top of my mindset. I get my mind in check, and that's how I begin my day.
Megan has been living at my house this week, and even getting up at 5:30 in the morning with, he's 4 months, and you can hear in the bathroom her phone is on, there's a podcast on, or a YouTube video on of personal development. It's that easy. If you don't know, right, what you can do for personal development, go to YouTube. There's short 5-minute videos that everyone can squeeze in the morning. Question number 3 is, how can someone develop a powerful mindset?
I hope I don't steal all of your answers, but personal development every single day. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. There are, like Brady said, endless YouTube videos. You can just literally search motivational video. There are 3-minute ones, and after you're just like a new person. There's podcasts, there's videos, it's endless. But you just have to take the responsibility to go and find the things, right? We're not motivated every day. We're human, and humans, our brains are not wired to be motivated. And I don't care, like people like Tony Robbins, I can guarantee he still listens to, like, he gets pumped up, right? He doesn't wake up motivated every single morning. He has to make himself motivated. So every single day, find something that's growing your mind. It's lifting your mood, it's lifting your energy, whether it's just dancing, like putting a song on and dancing around your kitchen, just something that's gonna like lift your energy up and make you feel a little bit better after listening, watching, whatever, than you did before.
Yeah, so I had 2, and the first was education. We have the internet, so it's so readily available. Everyone should be using that tool. It's a beautiful, beautiful tool. The second one was to recognize uncomfortable feelings, and naming them and trying to push past them. So when you don't push past those uncomfortable feelings, you're reinforcing that you can't do that. You can't lose the weight. You can't speak in front of all you beautiful people. And then when you do, you actually change the way your mind works, and you realize that it's not that scary, and that the more positive feelings actually take over.
Never doubt yourself. Once you start doing that, your mindset has switched to negativity, and you will have put a limit on your greatness. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Don't settle for bare minimums when you're thinking about your dreams and goals, and also turn failures into lessons learned. And also don't forget to keep your eye on the destination.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I'm glad that I actually did this. Okay, so, man, what did I write for that? I'm glad I looked down. Okay, so, I don't know if any of you have taught, like, or caught a teaching. There's lots out there. I've done it a couple times on, like, little highways in the brain, and I know we're running low on time, so I won't do the whole thing, but the idea is that your brain's gonna believe what you tell it, right? That's all of us, that's how it works. So the more that you tell yourself something, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, the more that I look at it like a highway in your brain, and it's a road that really gets traveled on. You could even look at it like it gets deeper every time that you travel on it. And the reason that it's so hard to get out of that is because now it's a great big valley. But I want to share with you a little bit of inspiration and just tell you, like, I am not a runner, okay, at all. I've never been a super active person. It's not something that I do. I was up to a pack a day every 2 days, so I'm a smoker. And I drink like a lot of coffee, and I have 3 kids, and I don't have time, and I run 2 businesses. And something changed when I was in convention, and it was between like a mix of what Eric Worre said about like what we tell ourselves as reality. If you've never seen that training on him, find it and watch it. And what my husband said, and you cannot find or watch his trainings because he is never lying. But the two meshed, and I realized that I'm creating my reality. I'm telling myself that I'm not a runner. I'm telling myself that I'll never be a runner. And yet I've always wanted to be. I want to run a 5K. Those look like so much fun. And they put on these like bright leggings, and they all get together and go do this thing. And like, I want to do that. So I stopped telling myself that lie, that that's not who I was. I came home. I quit smoking for 6 weeks straight during the training period. I ran 2 days on and 1 day off. And I mean like no training. My running was like running 200 meters and then being like, oh, I can't do this. I can do this. And getting up and running again. And just not accepting no. And I ran my first 5K, I think it took me 34 minutes, and I was like bawling when I got across the finish line. And 3 weeks later, I ran my second one, and I did it in 28 minutes. Because even after that first initial I did it, I wasn't like, okay, cool, that's something that I'm just gonna go back to telling myself I'm not a runner. No, if I can go from not running to 36 minutes, what happens if I train every day? And within that 3 weeks, I shaved another 6 minutes off. I'm not a runner, but I am now. Okay? Stop telling yourself lies. You can run affiliate posts. You can sponsor. You can do these things, and I'm telling you that because all it takes is a mental switch. That's all it takes. I'm now a 5K'er. I was never a 5K'er before. Like, you can do this, honestly. If I can do this with this long, you can do this, okay?
Woo!
So for me, I have a few things that I stick to every single day. One of them is to Eric Worre. Who loves Eric Worre? Yes! He will boost your mindset. He will make you feel powerful. He will make you feel like you can do damn well anything, and so you should believe him because he is absolutely phenomenal. His trainings are number one. I do a lot of that to really put me in check and keep in check. Stay in your own damn lane, you guys, because it's so important. Another thing that I really focus on is music. I'm like a music junkie. I cruise to it all the way here. I was listening to Fallen. It's a cover from, his name is Nicola, from like Alicia Keys. Check it out, you guys, because it's just like, get it in your bones, get it in your blood, feel it, because it is so, so important. To find what makes you groove, find what makes you smile and happy, and appreciate your day, appreciate your business, and know that you can rock it. And another thing that is a must, and this I find really, really helps me, it's super important, you guys, is when you have something negative happen, and it could be a message, it could be anything personal in your life, it doesn't matter. I know that things can be tough, and I understand that life happens. Trust me, I don't have an easy train either. But you have to find positivity in every little thing that you do, and you have to just keep on going. Post your life and be real, be raw. People want to see that. They want to see you. They want to know that you have struggles as well, and that you're powerful enough and strong enough to get through all of that stuff. That's really, really true in your business. And I feel that's most important, and I do it every single day. I don't let anybody or anything, if I do, I shrug it off. I do my best to shrug it off as soon as I can. I might have to vent a quick message to Megs or Brady or something, and it's quick, and then I just shake it off, right? Move on, move past it, and keep on going because you're amazing at what you do.
Did something significant happen in your business that made you realize mindset was important?
big time. So this is pretty recent. So I've been with Unique for just about 2 years, and I guess every time that convention trips, not convention, incentive trips come up, I always literally tell myself that's for the big game. That's for the ladies that are at the top, that are climbing consistently, that are just, you know, that's for them, not me. I'm just a little blue status or a pink status or whatever it may be. And I tell myself that, and I believed it. So when they announced in April the incentive trip for the Bahamas, exactly what came out of my brain and my mouth was, not good enough for this, so I'll just leave that. And if I get close, yeah, whatever, it's not gonna happen. I had 7,500 points to go to 2 days prior to the closing date. And I did it. Because I did not let anything get in my way, because it clicked to me. It was probably August, and I was like, you know what? Damn rights I deserve to be on that trip. Why can't everybody deserves to be on that trip. Anyone could be on that trip. And I didn't let anything get in my way. And I actually, my mindset was like unbelievable. And it kind of shocks me. It's been surreal ever since. And I've kind of just had to take a step back, because I was just like, holy crap, I actually did that. So I shocked myself a little bit, but I just need you guys to understand that mindset is 110% your biggest achievement that you need to continue going in this business.
Just as this business. I'm shaking and I still have to pee. It's okay too. No, it's okay. I'm a big girl now.
Okay. I did not plan on, like really. I know what I'm supposed to say to you now, and I'm just not sure that I'm ready to say it. Because I had something different and more comfortable written in my phone. And less like recent. But I also did not run for the cruise as hard as I should have at the beginning of the month. I can totally see that now. And I have an incredible support team with my girls. And so with a few days left to go, I'm like, I don't have that much. I can't even tell you what it is now. I think I started the last day. This is the number that sticks out to me because this is the number that I was tracking, okay? At the beginning of the last day of the cruise, I had 26,800 points. And I had 3 girls that said they were getting the kit for sure. And I had a whole bunch of people who wanted to put through stuff. And I had mapped it out where I was like, we got this. Like, we did this and we ran, and it's gonna be my first step, because I have never went on one before. And so I got my husband pumped up, and I got my kids in care, and I got my girls on board with me, and I had, there were 5 of us that stayed up until 1 a.m. And the 3 girls who had planned on getting the trip canceled last minute. And I was like, man, that's 1,500 points, that's a lot. That's a lot too. You know what, I'm not gonna let it bother me. And I went out and I found 3 new ones. Boom, replacement, no big deal, 3 new ones. And coming into the 1 a.m. cutoff, because of our time difference, I had done all my math and I had tracked it out and I got it, right? Come on, give me the cheer. Yeah, that's right, okay, that's what I need. I need that cheer. Because then 2 days later, the tracker updated and I didn't get it. Okay, that's what I wanted. And just stick with that for a second, okay? Because that's me. And I'm like, what? Like, we already posted the cute videos of me getting it. I'll start like dancing. And I even did like, who is like Lonely Island Boys people? That's like me. So I like did like an actual video on Instagram and Facebook that's like, I'm on a boat and I'm going fast. And like sung the song, made an idiot of myself, put it out there. It's this whole thing. So excited. And we've said this before on the stage, but like, guys, it is easy to have a good day when you get the trip. That's easy. It's easy to have a good day when you have a good day. It's easy to have a good day when you sponsor the people and the PRS is flowing and you get all those things and you can afford to go to convention. That's easy. But what's hard is trying to figure out how to roll out to your audience with a brand that you love so much that you don't want to hurt it by saying, I fudged all my numbers and I actually didn't get the trip. And I haven't still figured out how to do that yet, because I'm so concerned about what that's gonna look like to the people who took me right to the end. I don't want people to be like, oh, how dare Unique. So you need to make sure that you do that in the right way. And that's, again, back to mindset. It's easy to be like, if you completely invest and you give it everything that you have, nothing could go wrong and you're gonna get it. And absolutely, like that's totally like, that's great. And I'm like so excited, but that doesn't always happen either. You can give it everything you have and life can still look at you and say, not today. And you have to figure out what to do with that feeling. Because the answer isn't always yes or no. Sometimes it's not today. That's the mindset that I'm taking. It still wasn't a loss. Staying up till 1 a.m. with 4 of my closest yesties, who I love so much, was not a loss because it showed me who was there right to the end. Having 3 girls that I wouldn't have reached out to because 3 girls canceled, that's not a loss. That showed me that I can message out of uncomfortableness. And why am I not doing that every day? If I can sign up 3 girls in less than 8 hours, why am I not having 3 girls every day? Switch your mindset. Even if that was a loss because I didn't get that trip, that was still a win in how many other ways? And that's what I'm focusing on, not the trip itself. And going into that, being like, I got it, and being so excited and then losing it, that's a real mindset. You have to be a winner even when you lose. You have to do that. We teach that to our kids. We say, you get second place, you still better shake the person in first place and say congratulations, but can you do that for you? When you lose, can you still have a winner's attitude? That's the real mindset that counts, because you're gonna have doors closed in your face and messages that aren't gonna get replied and nasty people who are gonna comment on your posts. It's not about the win. Sometimes it's about figuring out your mindset in the win, because then when you win, you're a more humble and better-rounded person. Mindset is everything. Like everything.
So, something significant did happen to me. It was my daughter, my little nugget back there that was screaming her head off. Yep. Did anybody notice me swaying? That's because okay. Anyway, in the last couple of months of my pregnancy, I had lost all ambition with my business. It was sad, you guys. My mind just wasn't in the game anymore, and even after she came into this world, I still was finding it very difficult to juggle my personal life and my business. It was only just a short couple weeks after Megan asked me, before Megan asked me to talk to all of you, that I was finally able to get out of the slump that I was in. I told myself that I needed to get back into the swing of things and to stop telling myself all of these excuses why I could not show up that day. The one morning I woke up, cranked some tunes, did that, danced around the house with my oldest daughter, and then sat down and wrote out a schedule that I could stick to. And ever since then, I have stuck to it, and I feel so much better about myself and my business. The whole thing just boiled down to me not thinking that I could juggle everything in my life after I told myself that wasn't good enough and to just get over it. My life and my business have improved.
So I have learned through experience the power of positivity. I'm also a psych student, so I have done research and studies on it, and I've learned that through that. So I don't know about all of you, but summer can be a really slow time. And this last summer was a really slow time for me. In July, I had 0 sales until almost the second last day. And I was really, really low. And I remember just talking to myself and being like, just keep doing the dues, keep trying to book parties. We weren't doing affiliates yet. Message people, post, just keep doing it, keep showing up, right? And then I made that sale, and even though it was 1 sale, it was incredible, and I was like, okay, awesome, I'm not a total failure. August came, kind of the same thing, only made a couple of sales, but I was still showing up. In September, everything changed. I think, people aren't gone on vacations, they aren't as busy with their children, life kind of slows down, and my sales boosted dramatically. I signed a bunch of new people, and my upline had asked me to come and do this. So it was just proof of staying positive, keeping with the actions, and it'll eventually, it'll be worth it.
For me, my pivotal points, the thing that stuck out for me of why mindset was so important was 2 years ago, I ran for green status for the first time. I almost forgot this happened. And my team ran, we hit green, and on the 8th of the month, when we're supposed to get, our monthly payout, I was paid as blue because things happened in my downline, and we actually got green revoked. So we hit green, we hit the numbers, and for like 8 days we thought we were green, and then it got revoked. And out of our control, but for me, before Unique, I had the worst mindset. Like, I was the most negative person. Anyone that knows me from high school will know that. And that after that happened, the old me would have just been like, I guess that wasn't meant for me, right? Like, I would have given up. I would have got mad at my team, the company. Like, I was very, played victim mode. But I didn't do that. And I was like, okay, cried for a day or two. And then I was like, let's do it again. And we didn't hit it the next month, but we hit it the next month. And that was a huge eye-opener for me, because I realized that in that just over a year of being with Unique before that happened, without even realizing it, just with being in the company, in the team pages, in that environment, that atmosphere of Unique, I was watching personal development videos here and there, but just that alone, without even realizing it, had changed my mindset so much. And when I realized that, and I realized how I reacted to that situation and how I overcame that situation, how different that version of me was than the version of me before Unique, that was like the game changer for me, because I was like, if I had changed that much just from doing personal development here and there, like randomly watching them when leaders posted them in the team page, not even realizing that I was doing it, if I actually implemented that every single day and made that a priority, and it was an absolute game changer. And it's been 2 years since that, and mindset is a non-negotiable for me. I preach mindset, and it has changed my life. It really, truly has. It's changed my relationships, my business, everything. And that was the pivotal point for me. That was the thing that made me realize that mindset was so important, because I overcame a situation that normally I would not have been able to overcome. And it just made me so aware of how important mindset is. So I encourage you guys, if you're not doing personal development every single day, if you don't realize how important mindset is, just take our word for it and go and implement it every single day. Try it for 30 days and see how you feel. See how it changes your business, it changes your life, and it changes your mindset.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies. I want you guys to give a huge round of applause to our mindset panel today.
We're just gonna grab them gifts.